how do we mourn our exes? We all get into relationships, we fall in love in relationships, and there's a different weight of those relationships. They mean different to us. There's one way it's like, no, that doesn't even count, And there'd be one where you're like, yeah, no, that's doesn't matter what happens in life. Everyone I've moved on, I'll always love that guy. I don't want him, don't want anything to, but I'll always love him. And there's ones where I've never moved on because I truly and clearly love that guy. Whatever the situation is, how do we mourn our exes, meaningful exes, in our current relationship?
I think it deserves the absolute attention and the respect it deserves.
You're not family. You're not his present. You are his past. Bury and go home.
If you're in a relationship.
That's my question.
If you're in a relationship, you have to be respectful for the fact that whoever it is that you're mourning, you are mourning what was your past. You're not mourning your present. You're mourning your past. And be careful that while you're mourning your past, you do not jeopardize your present and your future. It's always easier when you're single, Andy. It's easier to mourn your ex who has passed away when you are still single, because then you are able to get involved. In other words, if the family who recognizes you, because you're saying it was a meaningful relationship, right? Which means that the family knows you, the mother knows you, the family recognizes you. In fact, the family bestows you as a partner even, maybe to that individual. So because
in a family is about contract.
Yes, so it's faith, So and I think in that situation it's easier when you're single, because when you're single you're able to dedicate that moment in time to respecting the family, respecting this individual who was so significant in your life, and allowing them to be sent off in a way that does not say you are the girlfriend, but in a way that says I loved you while you still lived. And I think that's very important. I loved you while you still lived. So attend the weddings. If it means that you must take the cookies during the week and make the teas during the week as well, and be there in the family and comfort the family, do that. Because it also allows you a period where you get to close that chapter, which unfortunately, because that individual has passed, it will never be opened again.
Show up, respect, mourn, go home, eat the food, go home.
Yes, Anna Grace, we are going on day 3 with the Lendo Yako, and it is not looking good for you, Mama. Welcome to part 2. This is my last video. There's been a lot of things that have been alleged and revealed. Some I knew and some were new. Hey. But yeah, anyway, the first one being the allegation that she is the one that went to identify Umzimba at the mortuary. Now, had I known this or heard this when I was making the video yesterday, I would not have necessarily have seen anything wrong with it. But yesterday, I hosted a space on Twitter, and Asemahle said on that space, well, not to me, but and I was like, that kind of changes everything. Because I did not necessarily think of it like that. Do you understand what I mean? And it also begs the question in Nokbana, umntu who renovated Ikaya and who also, spends 11,000 rand on groceries, like and I don't necessarily think that it's a Grace thing. I just think that it's an African household type of thing. Like when you have Imali, like Imali allows you to get away with a lot. Right? The other thing that was alleged on the space is it was by an alleged acquaintance, Yoh Grace, who alleged that there is no boyfriend. Like, the boyfriend is not in the room with us. So Grace has been lying about that whole I'm in a relationship and so is he thing. He, the 29-year-old, is the only one that was actually in a relationship, which is with the 19-year-old child. The other thing that was alleged is that the reason why she was able to get, his phone and subsequent access to his accounts is because, it's alleged that she is the one that bought the phone. Now, the other thing that was pointed out is that this guy's Facebook account, which is Sipo, his name is Sipo, by the way, he had a folder that was titled Mini Entle gift obviously being with Sipo, and Mini Entle, we will assume that is the girlfriend. Now, this folder had 89 pictures yesterday. And today they are down to 86, meaning that someone is actively on his Facebook account deleting pictures. There's also this screenshot that has been circulating where she was informing the work group Yomfana and Dokbana he's no longer alive using his phone. Now, we checked the number on Truecaller and it is indeed a number Yomfana. Now, the interesting part about this is that she introduces herself by, saying, "Hi, my name is Grace, Sipho Zulu's partner," ne? Which contradicts what she said when she said, Banach, they broke up in Jan and he is in a relationship and so is she. right? Now, when it comes to the speech that she gave at the funeral, I do not necessarily see, like, there was nothing new that she was saying on that speech, because I've had the video obviously since yesterday, but I didn't add it to the video because there was nothing new that she was saying, right? Because she was just repeating the fact that they met when she was 18 and he was 24. He was the love of her life. But the only interesting part was that she said that they've been together for 6 years. But then I was like, maybe uyapazama, like it's not that deep. Now, this is where we are today. So an alleged ex-girlfriend, Yalumfana, released a video, right? And I'm going to play it for you after I give you this context. So what allegedly happened is that an ex-girlfriend, Yalumfana, miscarried, right, umntana wakhe, and Grace allegedly knew that. She had been allegedly harassing this girl, and this one time, this girl decided to take a video, right? So here it is.
Why the rage? Why the rage?
So as you guys can see from that video, that is the same apartment. Look at the door. So yeah, this was definitely his place. And the other thing that you notice in the video is the fact that, like a bit girl, and then as soon as she saw the camera in her face, that's when she, kind of changed her tone. And what do I think about this? I think Lumfana was a horrible man. Like, he was obviously cheating on her, but the reason for the relationship being private, I think it was his choice. I think, he spoke her into, Bana, no, we cannot have a public relationship, so that he can still zip and zo it without people saying, Bana, aren't you Grace Mondlana's boyfriend, Wena? Plus, he dated her when she was still a child. Like 18 is still very much a baby. And you know how that goes. Now, there are allegations online that he and his family were allegedly using her for imali, and I don't necessarily want to speak much on that. The only thing that I will say about that is that, an engineer esweleke in a live cover, especially if you be pangela, is very sus. And if that is true, then including Inhlanhla. Despite everything that, he obviously put her through when he was still alive, including now that he's 6 feet under, this girl was evidently very much hurt about his passing. And, I do think that he's a horrible person and she needs to get some therapy, because would you look at this?
I'm going to read the word. And I'm reading from 1 Corinthians 15.
So yeah, with that said, this will be the final part on this.
I feel bad for Grace, but honestly speaking, I feel even worse for Sipho's family and his girlfriend. Honestly, Grace should have taken a beat. She should have taken time to process the passing of her ex and taken time to process her emotions before publicizing it like this. I fully understand that we cannot dictate how someone chooses to grieve and how someone chooses to process someone's death, especially because they spent 5 years together, which a lot of people are overlooking, that is a bond that they share, and that might be a bond that is unbreakable. We don't know the relationship they had. But I also fully understand that this is a Pandora's box that she opened and she cannot close it again. Being Sipho's loved one, seeing all of this discourse around his passing, seeing all of these comments being made about him on Twitter, seeing all of the videos of people joking around something so traumatic must be difficult for them. And there's a part of me that thinks because she publicized his passing in the way that she did, and I saw some people commenting that even in her announcement of his passing, not once did she mention condolences to his family, not once did she mention condolences to his partner, that she centered his passing around her. She switched off the comments on her recent posts, and I would understand why, because she's trying to protect the family from seeing all of those negative comments, on her page. And it doesn't help all the screenshots, the voice notes, everything that is coming out. My whole thing is, guys, I'm actually really sad for the family that they have to go through something like this, because death is a very traumatic experience to go through. And having to process the death of a loved one, and every 2 scrolls, every notification you get, every tag, every mention is about your loved one. It's reigniting the emotions that you're already feeling, that you're trying to suppress, by the way. the name calling of your loved one on Twitter. They are calling him horrendous names on Twitter. The jokes that are happening surrounding his death is not something anybody can deal with, and come out of it sane. What makes it even more worse is that there's a vendor that posted a cinematic short clip of the funeral, and it's like, yo, guys. And it's so sad, guys, that we're overlooking that this is a man that had a family, that was a son, that was a friend, a brother, a partner. It's being overshadowed that this man's soul is no longer existing on this earth. And the video, the clip that I saw of the girlfriend, talking about how she couldn't even go to his funeral, it broke my heart. I pray that everybody who was attached to him finds the healing that they need, because as someone who just lost their grandma, I know that there's no way. Like this, it's tough, guys, to grieve, and to grieve publicly now. Yo.
Guys, somebody just said something so powerful, and now I finally understand why this whole Grace situation is wrong. So let's remember that DJ Zintle lost the father of her child 2 years ago, the father of her child who was then her ex. And she did not undermine or try to outshine Nadia Nakai. She allowed Nadia Nakai to grieve as AKA's current partner. And with Grace, on the other hand, is something completely different. I feel like DJ Zintle definitely balanced her emotional intelligence, because she did not disrespect her current partner. She did not overstep her boundaries with Nadia Nakai. And she definitely did not disrespect and dishonor AKA. DJ Zintle did not use her past with AKA to try and dominate the narrative. I mean, if DJ Zintle had a Grace Mondlana mentality, she would have been on social media bawling, saying, "This was the father of my child. I had a child with this person," undermining Nadia Nakai's role in AKA's life. So guys, what Grace did is wrong in all levels, even going as far as saying, if it wasn't for me, the funeral wouldn't have happened, but I don't want to bring shame to the family, saying I paid for this, paying for that, literally trying to make it seem like you are humble, whereas you're not. Also, guys, the way she was really passive-aggressive towards the girlfriend of Sipho, saying that if I hurt your feelings a little bit... literally, imagine someone saying, if I hurt your feelings a little bit, I'm sorry, okay? Because that's literally how she said, if I hurt your feelings a little bit, I'm sorry, okay? The okay at the end is like trying to make it seem like someone's feelings are invalid. Like, okay, let's move past it. Everything was wrong. Everything was wrong. That was clear cloud chase.
Hello Mzansi, welcome to Mgosos Mzansi. If today is your first time visiting this channel, please do the right thing and click the subscribe button, and also don't forget to smash the like button. I know man, Grace Mondlana took it to fake sana ngalo mgwabo lo ngeke. You know, mangibona lama videos akhe akhala akhala nje angakhona ukwenda lutho angakhona ukuma kufuna bambambe laphana sowuthela umhlaba, and I was like, hey man, I've never seen this. Mina into le nje ngiyayicabuka, because I know ukuthi nje ngakithi ayendiwa into le nje vele girlfriend ayingisho nasemgcwabeni we-boyfriend, or if uyaya libhokisi maledla, you need to walk away. Awulibuka libhokisi le-boyfriend liyehla, noma i-ex-boyfriend noma i-boyfriend, you just don't look if ibhokisi liya phansi. But uziyothela mhlaba, uthathe imhlaba efosholweni uthela. Nkosi yami, Grace. Yathi bese ka-act ngazuthi nguye mfelo kade, ngazuthi guys, maybe this guy na Grace bebaloboleni or bashadile, and ngithi lesingadi, because what is this? Everyone is just talking about Grace Mondlana, uze sokhulunywa nakuma-radio stations, Metro FM bekhulunywa ngayo ukuthi how do you mourn your ex, kanjani hayi sishacekile shem semhlaba. Ngifuna ukungasho Grace uyendile indzaba Mogeli usponsorishe emqwabo. Nkosi yami, nangimaketala siyambona umbathi ingubo ya Grace umbambile vele lube kade uze nalo make ngiGrace. Nkosi yami, ngazi ukuthi lo makakana family. Hayi Grace Grace ungihlulile guys mina shame every time nje ngibona lama video ngifikela kuhleka because what is this? So people are saying ukuthi Grace cha siyakuthanda but right now nkosi yami ayu offer impilo mokela. Please do comment what you think below down in the comment section. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I upload a new video. I'm signing out. Goodbye.